In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a beautiful Instagram story template using Glorify AI. This is super beginner friendly and you don't need to be a professional designer to follow along. All you need is one picture, and for this example, I actually grabbed mine from Pinterest, and to make it more aesthetic, we'll also be adding a music player overlay to the story. And by the end of this video, you'll see how a simple picture can turn into a polished Instagram story that looks like it was made by a pro. Stick around because the final result might surprise you. It looks way more advanced than the steps we're taking. And also, if you haven't signed up to Glorify AI, the link is in the description below. So the first thing we're going to do here is to upload the picture that we'll be using. And once you have it, set it as the background. This is going to be the main base of your story. Next, let's add another shape. This one will go on top of the background. You can size it however you want and then round the corners a little bit so it doesn't look too sharp. And here's the fun part. This shape is actually going to set the tone for how polished your whole story looks, and in just a moment, when we drop the photo inside it, you'll see why this step matters more than it seems. Now let's bring in the same picture again, but this time we'll size it so that it's nicely fit inside the shape that we just created. You can adjust it until it looks perfect. And have you ever seen those Instagram stories where everything looks aligned and seamless? The secret is exactly this, rounding the edges so the photo and shape blends together. So keep watching, because once we add the next element, the whole design will start to look like something you'd save and reuse again and again. And here's where we make it feel more like a real Instagram story. Let's add the music player overlay, place it below or above the picture, and then size it to your liking. Here's a little design hack. By adding just a small shadow effect, the music player will instantly pop up. It's one of those tiny details that make people stop and stare when they're tapping through stories. And also, do you want to know what ties the whole design together? That's coming up in the next step. Now it's time to add the finishing touch, the text. I'm going to type in "every corner of the world has its magic." And you can, of course, write any message that you want, but I really like this one because it matches the mood of the design. And here's the big reveal. Once you switch the font to Arboreto, everything suddenly feels elevated. It's amazing how just choosing the right font can make your design go from okay to wow. And lastly, let's add one more shape to really polish the design. This time, add a square shape that fills up the entire screen. Change the color to black and then lower the opacity to your liking. And watch what happens here. The overlay instantly gives the story a soft, cinematic feel, almost like a filter. It's such a simple trick, but it makes your design look like it was made a lot more effort than it actually was. And there you have it, your very own Instagram story template made completely in Glorify AI. With just a few simple steps, adding the background, shapes, the photo, a music player, a nice code, and finally that overlay. You can create something aesthetic and personal that you can share on your Instagram. See how a few small tweaks completely change the vibe of one photo. That's the power of working with templates in Glorify. And that's all for today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed creating this Instagram story template with me. If you find this video helpful, make sure to like it, and don't forget to subscribe for more easy tutorials like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.